Hey, Todd, are you there? Sorry to bother you. I just wanted to ask, have you already seen the group chat on iMessage?
Oh, hey Jane. Yeah, I think so. Are you talking about Carolyn mentioning she wants to bring her new fiancé over this Sunday? Looks like she was finally proposed to, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But she's only 25 years old. Don't you think it's a little strange for her to be engaged?
Ah, well, I guess in today's day and age, 25 is a bit young to be getting married. It's been 20 years already since we got together and began raising her together. Time really flies. It's only natural to worry about her like this. Who knows, maybe this guy will make a good husband and father material.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I guess if this guy's ready to settle down and even become a father to her children, then I guess it's okay, right?
What do you mean? Yeah, I think so. Carolyn has a good head on her shoulders. She knows what she's doing.
Well, she was raised for 20 years by a man who isn't her real father. Do you think that changes the situation at all?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I mean, me giving her away to another man at her wedding would be a good thing.
I guess I have to choose my words differently. You clearly don't seem to understand what I'm getting at.
What do you mean? How so? Just be honest with me, Jane, and say what you want to say.
I'm just clearly trying to say the time has come, Todd, for us in a relationship. Because the truth is, her real father is supposed to be coming back.
What? Are you kidding me? He's coming out of the woodwork after all of these years?
Well, yeah, he's been going through a rough time. We got divorced at the same time he got fired from his company. He's been unemployed for a while, and no matter how many times I go over it in my head, I can't help but think the reason for his divorce is because he didn't help me raise Carolyn. He wanted nothing to do with it. But that was 20 years ago already. A lot has changed since then. But about 6 months ago, I saw him. He went on and on, claiming he is a boss managing some prestigious company, so I thought it would be okay to tell Carolyn about this, and I thought she had a right to know, considering, you and her aren't related by blood. She would want to hear about her real father.
Hold on a second, Jane. What are you talking about?
Well, I guess to be blunt, now that he has a great job, I think it's about time me and him get back together. So at Carolyn's wedding, I will be taking him. So that means we will need to divorce. That's what I've been trying to say. I would have liked to have said it a bit nicer, but oh well. I would also like to get the divorce done and finalized by this Saturday, too. I have introduced you as her father before, but that will need to change now that her real father is back in the picture. Going forward, I want everyone to see us as a family. Me, my ex-husband, Carolyn, and her future husband. That's the way it should be. Think about it. If not, everyone will be wondering who her real father is. There is a 100% chance of that happening and causing headaches for me.
You shouldn't be the one to make that decision for her. That should be up to Carolyn. She might not want anything to do with her real father.
She is my daughter. I don't need to ask her anything before making decisions. I am her mother.
Fine, I see you're dead set on this and there's no changing your mind. So I'll give you what you want. We can get divorced, Jane. Are you sure you thought this through? You're sure that this is what's best for Carolyn?
Of course I am. What would be better than her real father being back in her life? Gosh, you really are a whiner, right to the end, aren't you? It's gotten so annoying. This is exactly why I knew divorcing you was the right thing to do. Stop worrying about Carolyn. After the divorce, you won't be seeing her ever again.
Why don't you rethink all of this after you talk to Carolyn? She has a right to know what you're doing, Jane.
You sure are persistent. Yet another thing I have grown to dislike about you.
Enough, Jane. I have a lot of work to get back to, so I'm ending this conversation here. Carolyn, are you there? Did you see the group chat on iMessage yet?
Oh, hey, Dad. It's so good to hear from you.
I see Matthew finally proposed to you. You've been waiting a long time for this. I am so happy for you.
Thank you. He finally paid off all his student loans, so it just felt like the timing was right.
Wow, is that right? Amazing. Good job, Matthew. Congratulations, Carolyn. I couldn't be more proud of you. I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you, Dad. That means the world to me. But there is one thing that's still weighing on my mind.
What is it? You know you can talk to me about anything.
Well, it's about my real father.
Oh, you want to talk about that? To be honest, I already spoke to your mom on my lunch break earlier today. She told me your father is coming back, and because of that, she wants to divorce me.
Yeah, that's what she told me too. I want to think she was brave to tell me about all this herself, but I'm not too sure what to believe. She said that Dad has a high-paying job and a high position in his company, so I don't think she'll try to bleed you dry from the divorce.
Well, let's hope not. It's not like I ever cheated on your mother or anything like that either.
Did she say anything else?
Just a couple of things she hated about me. Oh, and how she wanted the divorce finalized by this weekend.
What in the world? Why so sudden? Isn't that way too quick for a divorce to happen?
She wants to attend your wedding with him, so she wants the divorce finalized so that she can introduce the three of you as a family. She wants to tell everyone that he is the father of the bride. She said that she wants to avoid any type of headaches and confusion.
What? Are you kidding me? Oh, give me a break. That is absolutely absurd. I refuse to go along with that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. He may be my birth father, but he has done nothing for me to look at him as my true father.
I know, Carolyn, believe me. I completely understand how you feel. But your mother doesn't think so. She believes this is what you want too. She thinks you're gonna be happy with the two of them back together.
Are you serious? How could she possibly think that? I already explained my whole family situation to Matthew. I haven't said anything to Mom yet.
I know. I remember talking to him about it too when I met him.
That's right. Mom still doesn't know that you met him before. I planned on telling her that at the wedding. But after all this drama, I'd be content with things ending right after the pictures are taken.
I understand. That makes sense to me. I support you with whatever you decide to do.
Thank you, Dad. I know you're always there for me. Besides, it will really just be our family at the wedding. Matthew doesn't have any relatives. But it's fine. The smaller the better. I don't do too well with big crowds anyway.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that a lot lately. Your mother never seemed to listen, though.
That's right. So we're just going to keep things small and simple. After the ceremony, we'll just take pictures, and that will be the end of it. Don't worry, no matter what happens, I absolutely need a picture with you, Dad. It would mean the world to me.
Of course, sweetie. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I can't wait for your big day.
Thank you. I am so excited too. The only problem is Mom, of course.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not sure what he's planning, to be honest.
I don't think she's aware that we know she's been cheating. If word got out about that, then I think she'd be in trouble, especially when it comes to the divorce. What do you plan on doing, Dad?
I'm not so sure. She just sent me the divorce papers a little while ago.
My goodness, already? She wasted no time, it seems.
I think I'll sleep on it and decide what my next move is tomorrow.
I understand. I'm sure you'll make the right choice. I'm always here for you.
I know you are. Thank you so much. Good night, Carolyn.
Good night, Dad.
Jane, it's Todd. I submitted the divorce papers on my way to work this morning. Just thought I'd let you know.
Wow, I'm impressed. You followed my directions much better than I expected. You didn't give me any backtalk or whining this time.
Well, what can I say? It's a rule of mine to not get wrapped up in stressful situations. I end them as fast as I can.
Whatever you say. Now that we are divorced, you can do whatever you like. I don't care at all.
Right, now that that's settled, hurry up and get you and your things out of my house.
Wait, what? What did you just say to me, Todd?
Are you surprised? After all, the house is in my name, right?
Oh, right. I guess I didn't really think about that.
Are you kidding me? You're going through the hassle of dumping me for your ex-husband, and it didn't cross your mind that you'd need to find a new place to live? Oh, give me a break. Surely you didn't think that you'd continue living here after wanting to divorce me?
Of course not. Don't be silly, Todd. I thought about submitting the papers tomorrow, so my mind has been focused on that. I was just a little taken aback by your comment about me leaving. That's all. I didn't expect it. But don't worry, of course, I made preparations to leave.
Whatever you say, Jane. You have until tomorrow morning to get your things and get out.
What? You expect me to pack all of my things and find somewhere else to live by tomorrow?
You can have the place to yourself tonight so you can pack. I'll sleep at a friend's place instead. I'll be home by 9 tomorrow morning. So you'll have all night to pack up everything and get out, Jane.
Wow, Todd. So you're saying I have one night to pack everything? Come on, that's impossible.
You brought this upon yourself. You're the one who wanted the divorce, so you'll have to deal with it. The reason this is even happening is because of your selfishness. So the least that you can do is compromise with me on this. Pack up and be gone by tomorrow morning.
Fine. Gosh, I heard you the first time, Todd. I understand. I'll get all my stuff out by morning. Okay, Todd, I finished packing and I'm all set to be moving out now.
Is that so? Understood.
I have a question I need to ask you, though.
Okay, sure. What's the problem now, Jane?
I have been trying to get hold of Carolyn all night last night, but she didn't answer any of my phone calls or texts or anything. Do you happen to know where she is?
Nope, I don't have a clue. I didn't speak to her at all last night either.
Oh, I see. Okay, just thought I'd ask. It's not like her to not answer me when I try calling her, especially all night.
Right, so is that all you wanted to ask? Is there anything else?
Oh, no, that's all. I just thought I would ask to see if you knew anything about where she was or what she's doing.
Okay, I left you my lawyer's card. If you want to contact me again, be sure to go through him first.
Yeah, okay, I understand, Todd. I won't contact you again. Todd! Answer the damn phone right now! Was this you? Did you do this? Answer me!
Didn't I tell you to not reach out to me again? I told you an hour ago to go through my lawyer if you have anything more to say to me.
Oh, stop it! This is an emergency! Answer me right now, Todd! What did you do? Did you talk to my ex? What kind of ideas did you put into his head? I took all my stuff over to his place after I finished packing from your house, and he's making me pay now just to open the gate to let me inside!
Oh, I see. So that's what it's come to then. Well, I have to say, good for him.
What are you talking about? Why would he do such a thing? What is going on here?
He came back from overseas about a year ago. At that time, he didn't know you got remarried. I guess you kept it from him then. Is that so?
None of that is your business, Todd.
You divorced him about 20 years ago. The poor guy has been single and alone ever since. You took his daughter away from him just because he fell on hard times and was basically poor. But now that he's finally back on his feet and successful in his business, you found him attractive all over again, right?
What are you telling me, Todd? Are you trying to say you met with my ex?
Well, we spoke a bit through my lawyer. I never actually met him directly in person. But he had a right to know who you truly are. The real reason you left him to begin with, and the real reason you're running back to his arms apologizing for divorcing him in the first place.
How dare you? How could you do such a thing? You had no right to talk to him. That is none of your business. You're so heartbroken over the divorce that you would go behind my back and try to sabotage my relationship with him? I can't believe you would be that spiteful and immature over this whole situation.
You want to talk to me about spiteful and immature? Don't make me laugh, Jane.
You have got to be kidding me. I went to Carolyn's apartment and she wasn't there. I tried to contact her over and over, but she doesn't want to see me. She went over to her boyfriend's place and is staying there to avoid me. Even Carolyn is turning against me now? My own daughter? Why? Answer me, Todd! Why is all of this happening? Why would my own daughter shut me out?
Jane, I've told you a couple of times already today that if you want to talk to me, you'll have to reach out to my lawyer, didn't I? As for Carolyn, I guess I can speak for her in this situation.
What are you saying, Todd? Out with it already! Did you poison my daughter's mind just to turn her against me?
Enough of the innocent act. You aren't fooling anyone. Carolyn knew you were cheating on me, Jane.
What? What do you mean? There's no way. I mean, I never cheated on you, or anyone else for that matter, in my entire life.
When will the lies stop? There is no use denying it anymore. She witnessed it with her own eyes. She saw you with a man who looked exactly like her birth father. She's a smart girl. It didn't take long for her to put two and two together and figure out what you were doing.
Oh my goodness. She really saw us. Are you lying to me, Todd?
Do you know how many times she saw you at your ex-husband's house, too? You went there more times than I cared to even know while we were together. Of course she knew you were betraying me in our relationship by cheating on me with him.
But she shouldn't be too upset with me. Come on. After all, that's her real father.
He may be her biological father, but do you think that's all it takes to be a real father to a child? Do you think that is more important compared to someone who actually raised her? Sorry, but that's not the case. Your crazy train of thought doesn't apply here. You need to look at things from Carolyn's point of view for once. Maybe you can finally understand how she feels. The one she calls dad isn't your ex. It's me. I'm the one who raised her. I'm the father she knew growing up her whole life, not him.
But I am still her mother. That has never changed. I've always been there for her.
You cheated on your husband, the man she sees as her father. Spin it however you want, Jane, but do you think this is normal behavior between a married couple?
Well, no, of course not. It's just, I couldn't help myself. I mean, come on. He told me he was managing an entire company. Of course that would pique my interest. It would interest anyone.
Sure, it's true my job and salary doesn't compare to his at the moment, but there is more to life and relationships than money and status. Your plan was just to run right back into life together with him after divorcing me, right?
What? Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what was going to happen. I was going to figure it all out after the divorce.
You really just do things so backwards sometimes, Jane. Sure, we argue like a normal couple did, but except for right now, things have usually been pretty good between the two of us. We were normally quite happy together.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, with the way things are now, me going back to my ex may not be entirely what I want to do anymore.
No, don't backpedal now, Jane. You brought this all upon yourself.
Well, the least you can do is give me a little money. When couples divorce, the husband usually needs to pay the wife some kind of a fee, right? Even a little bit would do.
That's enough. You really are hopeless.
What? What are you saying, Todd?
I said it before, but I guess I need to say it again. Do not contact me. If you need to get a hold of me, go through my lawyer first. I am done with this entire situation.
No, wait. I still want to talk, Todd. I still have questions and more things I need to say.
Go through my lawyer like I keep telling you. I am done here. I don't have anything more to say to you.
Come on, have a heart, Todd. Todd, answer me!
After that, my wife, my ex-wife, went back to live with her parents for a little while. My lawyer went to pay her a visit there and advised her she needs to pay divorce fees and alimony. Unfortunately, my ex-wife was actually relying on her parents' money to help with those payments. Her parents are up there in age now and aren't working anymore, so them taking on the burden of those payments proved to be quite difficult. In the end, she had no choice but to get a job as a live-in maid. I guess it was a good thing her father had a connection there to someone who needed the help. It's been about 6 months since the last time I spoke to her. At Carolyn's wedding, she eagerly introduced herself to everyone as mother of the bride. The wedding was about a week ago and we didn't speak one single word to each other. Thankfully, the wedding went off without any drama. It really was a beautiful ceremony. Carolyn looked beautiful as always. Jane now is doing whatever she can to make ends meet and keep up with the alimony payments. Unfortunately, this is proving difficult as word spread around town about the type of person she is. Because of that and her history with being unfaithful, there aren't too many people who are willing to take a chance on her, romantically or financially. But I do wish her the best. Hopefully she can get back on her feet one day. As for me, I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds with my daughter and her new husband. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!
Hey, it's Jennifer. Are you there, Susan? I know it's pretty sudden, but I have a favor to ask you.
Hey, good afternoon, Jennifer. Yes, I'm here. What's up? I'm telling you, though, if this has anything to do with the garden at my house, you can forget about it.
What? Oh, come on. Don't be so stingy. Why do you always have to be like this? Can't you just, do a favor for someone for once? We are friends, aren't we? Help me out a little bit over here.
Forget it, Jennifer. No matter what you say, my answer won't change. I'm just being logical here. Surely you can understand.
Oh, Susan, you don't have to act so cold toward me. We go way back, don't we? Let me guess, you're just, acting this way because it's what our completely boring mother said. Don't be like that, come on. Do you even know what Mom's friends call her behind her back?
What are you talking about? No, I don't have the slightest clue, and I'm not that interested, frankly.
They call her the Ice Queen. Pretty suitable name for her, wouldn't you say?
Oh, is that so? Like I said, I am not all that interested.
Sure. Well, if you don't want to be called the same name, then I suggest you let me use your garden for a while.
Jennifer, I really don't care what you, or anyone else for that matter, will call me. It doesn't matter to me.
What? You have got to be kidding me. Ugh, I hate it when you act like this.
I'm not all that close with my mother, so I really don't care what you or anyone else refer to her as.
What? You're lying. All the other mothers gather around for tea and coffee on the wooden deck, and I talk about her all the time.
They aren't Mom's friends. That's her younger sister and cousin. You know how family members can be sometimes? They can be brutal. Her younger sister and cousin have kids around my age, so they often get together and just chat. They go on and on sometimes.
Oh, say whatever you want, but I know they talk about her too. I heard.
There is a pretty large age gap between most people who live around here and my mom, so maybe that's why they misunderstood her.
What are you talking about? You're just going to say anything to justify this, aren't you? Get off your high horse already. Just because you have a large garden next to your house doesn't make you all high and mighty, you know.
Sure. So, is that enough already? I don't want to discuss this anymore. I'm in the middle of work right now. I don't mean to be rude, but I have to be getting back anyway.
Damn it! You're so annoying. Fine. Go back to your little job. I'll show you. I'll make you regret not letting me use your garden. Hey, Susan, it's me again. So, it's been a couple days. I just wanted to touch base again about that garden of yours.
Forget it, Jennifer. I told you no a few days ago and my mind hasn't changed.
Oh, come on. Take the stick out of your butt already, will you? Oh well, doesn't matter anymore, because I know all about that thing. That basically makes it so I can use your garden anytime I please.
Thing? What thing are you talking about? Just sounds to me like you're talking in riddles again.
Well, it turns out you work for the same company as my husband. Isn't that right?
Oh, yes, that's true. And what about it?
And if we're going to think about this in terms of age, my husband should rank much higher than you at your job. He's older than you, after all. In other words, he is the boss of you. So all I have to do is give him the word, and he'll make your life at work pretty miserable. So that brings me to my main point. As the wife of your boss, we're ordering you to let us use your garden. Makes perfect sense when you think about it.
What in the world? What kind of fantasy are you living in? I never heard of anyone taking orders from their boss's wife. This company doesn't operate that way. It's a professional and a prestigious place to work. No one takes orders from coworkers' spouses.
What? Are you still refusing a direct order from your boss?
I don't know what department your husband is in or position he holds. Unless I look it up, I have no idea. And since you aren't sure about who actually ranks higher than who, I think it'd be best to cut out all the nonsense talk, Jennifer.
What? You got to be kidding me. Once again, acting all high and mighty. You should really stop saying such absurd things. I am getting pretty sick of it. I don't think it's wise of you to talk to the wife of your boss that way, especially with such a rude tone. Don't you think that is a pretty good advice coming from me? I'm doing you a favor and trying to help you out by giving you this free advice after all. Before everyone sees you crying at work, I suggest you take my advice and listen to your superior. You never know what could happen if you don't. You don't want your job to be put at risk, do you? So, I will say it one more time just to make sure your small little brain processes it. This is a direct order from your boss's wife. You must obey it. The order is to let me borrow your garden for 1 full day. You have no choice in the matter. You must honor your boss's orders. You have no choice as his subordinate. Susan, guess who? That's right, me again. Looks like you haven't been home since last night, is that right? I heard from the neighbors you haven't been around. Anyway, I have an errand I need to run for my in-laws, and by the sound of it, it looks like you won't be home all day today too, so let me just get straight to the point. As your boss's wife, I am giving you a direct order. I just got this amazing grill from my relatives. They just had it delivered to me today, so I thought, what better day than today to gather everyone around your yard with the beautiful garden and have a barbecue today. So I'm having the grill brought over to your place and having a barbecue today with it. I mean, you aren't home, right? Surely you wouldn't mind today of all days if I borrow your garden? I mean, what's more fun than a barbecue in a beautiful yard? Like I said, this is a direct order. Besides, you weren't around, so it's not like you can tell me no or anything anyway. I have some beautiful steaks too I plan on grilling. I am so excited. It's going to be so delicious. Susan, me again. Sorry to have to keep bugging you like this. Well, honestly, no, I'm not. Listen, I have another order. I need you to give me $2,100. Turns out the high quality steak I bought wasn't enough for the neighborhood. I had to go out and get some more. Well, it wasn't just steak. We want this to be an amazing barbecue, don't we? So, I splurged on a few other things too. I got some hot dogs, some fish, a bunch of other things people were asking for. And I'm not talking about some low-quality burgers. I got the best they had. Oh, I almost forgot. I got some pizzas delivered too. We can't forget about the liquor, of course. Had to buy a bunch of drinks and snacks. This party is a real banger. So, surely you can see how the price added up pretty quickly. Cost over $2,000 before I knew it. But, like, the way I see it, this party is being held at your place, so you should be responsible for forking over the money to me. For now, I'll just put it all on my credit card, but don't worry. You can just pay me back later when you're home. Easy. Well, I guess that about does it. I have to get back to this barbecue. It is a blast. It makes it even better that it's in such a beautiful yard with your gorgeous garden. What a perfect day. I have to get back to grilling up the steak for everyone. Gotta keep the people happy!
What the hell is this? I just saw your text messages. Jennifer, are you out of your mind? What in the world do you think you're doing? Are you being serious right now? You're telling me you really just took it upon yourself to have a barbecue at my yard?
Oh, Susan, there you are. About time you finally answered me.
Cut it out. Don't get smart with me. How the hell did you even get into my house?
What? What do you mean, how did I get in? What a silly question. I entered from the gate like any normal person would, silly. Well, the lock was broken a little bit, it seems, so that, of course, made it a bit easier. So it really is your fault. If you really didn't want me using your garden, you would have made sure the gate was locked so no one can get in.
Are you out of your mind? Just because the lock was broken doesn't make that an open invite for you or anyone else to just come and make yourselves at home. Every time you ask, my response has always been the same. I keep telling you, no, over and over. What is it going to take to get through to you?
I mean, how about you just stop making me ask over and over again and just, give in already? Don't be so selfish. Like I said, I am the wife of your superior, so telling me no at any time isn't really an option you have.
And like I said, you being the wife of someone who's supposedly above me at work has absolutely nothing to do with this situation. God, you're so thick-headed!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's about time I get back to the party. Oh, and you can pay me back the $2,100 by tomorrow, too.
In your dreams. I am not paying you back 1 cent.
Oh, yes, you will. I expect it by tomorrow. That reminds me, there will be a lot of cleanup once you get home. Make sure you can take care of all that, too, while you're at it. I'll leave the cleaning of the grill and the utensils all to you as well. I'm sure even you're equipped enough to handle cleaning.
Hey, Jennifer, wait a second. I have a quick question.
Yeah? And what is it? You're really wasting my time. I have a party to host over here.
Are you sure you know whose house you're at? Do you know exactly whose yard and barbecue it is that you're using?
What? What kind of a question is that, Susan? Isn't it obvious? I am well aware of whose property this is. It's the house of my husband's ugly underling from work. I could have sworn I'd said that many times already. I guess you don't listen.
Just as I thought. You really are as clueless as you sound. The truth is, that's the boss's house. And no, I don't mean your husband. I mean the boss, the president of the company.
Are you serious? No way. You're obviously lying. The president of the company? I am at the president's house right now?
That's right, which means he's also the boss of your husband as well.
Oh, if you're telling the truth, then I guess you're right. So, you're saying this is the president of the company's house? But this is your house. Wait a second. What are you telling me?
That's right. It looks like you figured it out. That house is mine, and I am the president of the company.
What? What in the world? No way you're telling the truth. Stop pulling my legs, Susan.
It's fine if you don't believe me. Why don't you go check and confirm that with the husband of yours? If you can't, just check out the company homepage. You'll get your answers there.
No, I don't believe it. You're just playing a joke on me because you're mad. Right? this all has to be just one big lie. Come on, out with it. Are you really telling me you're not only the boss of my husband, but, like, president of the entire company?
Enough. I will be back home tonight.
What? Tonight? That's a little bit too soon. Why not come back, like, tomorrow or the next day? Yeah, that'll be much better.
Can it? My neighbor already reached out to me telling me there's so much noise and is a bunch of crazy partying going on in my yard. She also said it looks like there was a lot of alcohol brought over there, too. You guys have made quite the mess. A bunch of my flower gardens were destroyed and people are just leaving their trash anywhere they want to on my lawn. Sounds like you're really holding quite the rager over there.
Your neighbor was spying on us? That's not right. That's like an invasion of our privacy. I mean, no, that's not the case at all. She must be mistaking. None of that happened over here at all. Oh, and hey, Susan, by the way, maybe you don't have to let my husband know about this whole ugly episode. He doesn't need to know about any other stuff going on between you and me. Maybe it can just, like, stay between us girls. What do you say?
Can it, Jennifer? Not a chance. Of course I will tell him everything his wife did to his boss's house.
Really? Wait, please, come on, have a heart.
Well, are you ready to reimburse me for all the damage you and your friends caused my yard? From what I hear, you're just a housewife. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but your husband makes the money and handles the expenses.
Well, yeah, that is true.
So he'll need to know about this anyway if I'm going to be paid back for the damages. I will check on how my garden and yard looks and will reach out to you with an estimate. Well, I guess that's all. We will talk more once I get home.
What the? Wait a second. I hear sirens. Is a police car coming here?
Oh, that. Well, it looks like my neighbor called the police since she knows I'm not home and there are a bunch of rowdy strangers making themselves at home in my yard.
Oh, come on. It was just a little barbecue. Just some harmless fun. Honest. It wasn't supposed to turn out this way at all. Why did this all devolve into chaos on me all of a sudden?
Drop the innocent act. My neighbor has been home for 2 hours. The noise coming from the party got progressively worse as time went on. She quickly noticed that me or my husband weren't among your party members. We would never act that immature, especially in our own home. So she reached out to me like a good neighbor and friend would do. I told her we weren't home and if anyone is in our yard having a party, then they're there without our consent. So looks like she called the cops. Well, sounds like you'll have your hands full any minute. You don't have time to waste talking to me now. Like I said, I'll reach back out to you tomorrow to let you know how much you owe me.
Susan, please answer me. I am in a real tough spot here, and I have nowhere else to turn. You've got to be kidding me. You're telling me I owe you $10,000 in damages for your yard? Don't you think that's a little bit steep? Are you trying to rip me off? That's not even the worst of it. My husband found out all about it, going to your house, using your backyard, throwing a party and making a huge mess. He knows about all of it now. I think he's thinking about a divorce now because of this whole mess. Please, you gotta help me out. You have to do something. I haven't worked in like years. The last time was when I worked a part-time job when I was in high school. It's been so long, it would be impossible for me to find a job now. Especially one where I'd be able to pay you back that kind of money. Hey, Susan, come on, cut me some slack. At least answer me. Please reconsider this whole thing. I am begging you. $10,000? That is just out of the question. It's impossible for me. My husband won't help me out. He said I need to deal with this myself. Please, you gotta help me. Have a heart. Susan, come on. Can't you see I'm practically on my knees here begging? Come on, why won't you answer me? You're being unreasonable. You aren't even reading my messages? What do I have to do to get through to you? Susan, answer me!
I am telling you, my husband will divorce me if you don't help me out of this situation. Please, help me. Can you please maybe make the amount I owe you a bit lower? $10,000 is just way too steep.
Susan, where are you? You're killing me by not answering me right now.
The yard was really in bad shape after the party Jennifer held. It was quite a sight to see. It really did cost around $10,000 to have it all repaired to look like new. The head of the department that Jennifer's husband works in apologized for the damages on his behalf and assisted in reimbursing the $10,000. But of course, Jennifer planned on collecting that money for herself. Seems she really will never learn. She, of course, was found out before she was able to take $1. Her husband filed for divorce shortly thereafter. That wasn't the end of it, though. Jennifer's husband was also fired from his position in the company. He couldn't be trusted after all that has happened. I guess Jennifer couldn't help but show her true colors. She brought down everyone she was associated with. It's unfortunate since the two have a child they're raising together. However, her husband followed through with the divorce anyway. To no one's surprise, Jennifer tried to reach out to me through phone calls and text messages. It got so ridiculous, I had no choice but to block her phone number. I'm really not sure what she's doing now, but I do wish her the best. Hopefully one day she can pick up the pieces of her life and put them back together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!
Henry, good work today. I know things have been pretty tough recently, but congratulations on your 5 years at the company. You also have a lot of people working under you now, so keep up the good work and be a good example for everyone.
Thanks, Stella. I'll do my best to make sure that everyone can look up to me at work and come to me for help whenever they need it.
I have high expectations from you. I was your superior for the first part of your stint here, so I feel as though I'm the one who trained you and I want to see you succeed. So anyway, how about tomorrow night? Do you want to go out for some drinks with me after work?
Sorry, Stella, but I can't tomorrow. I already have plans after work tomorrow night.
You're going to turn down my invitation?
Sorry about that, but maybe we can go another time.
I think you've said that before as well.
I know, but I've been really busy lately, so I don't have time to go out after work.
Going out to socialize with coworkers is also part of work, you know. You shouldn't really be turning down a superior when they invite you to do something.
Right, sorry about that.
So, you will join me tomorrow then, right?
I'm afraid I really can't make it.
What? Why not?
Hey, Henry, how's it going? Today really was something, wasn't it? Hey, Jack. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Work has been full on recently. So many people have been calling off sick at the moment. Something is really going around. I guess the flu is really bad this time around. Make sure you don't get too sick. Thanks for your concern, but I'm sure I'll be fine. But that's not what I was talking about. What are you talking about then? I was talking about Stella. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, that situation has been pretty tough to deal with as well. Why not just let her know how you feel then? You don't need to hide your feelings forever. Oh, come on, you don't need to tease me about this. It's hard enough as it is trying to keep her away from me. You know that this is really awkward for me. Yeah, I know it is. It's funny to see it from the sidelines. How old is she even? I think she just turned like 46 this year. It was something like that, I think. Oh, really? I was sure that she was already over 50. Make sure you don't say that in front of her.
she'll beat the hell out of you.
Yeah, I'll be careful with what I say around her.
To be honest, she invited me out again today.
What? Again?
Yeah, this was already the 6th time, and she doesn't get the hint even though I've said no every single time.
She's pretty persistent then. You gotta give her that.
Yeah, I guess she is. But it makes it really awkward for me. I don't want to be around her when it's just the two of us, but she gets really upset when I suggest that we invite someone else to come with us. And then I can't really say yes to going for drinks with anyone else from work either, otherwise I'm sure she's gonna get really upset. I just have to say that I'm busy and go home.
That's probably the best way to deal with it, though.
Yeah, when I've tried to bring someone else, she ends up getting really angry at them for the smallest things afterwards.
You don't have to tell me that. I was her victim last time.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that, Jack.
Don't worry about it. It's not like you did anything wrong. But have you told her that you have a girlfriend? She might leave you alone if she knew that.
I can't tell her that. It would make things worse, I think.
I suppose you're right.
If it was someone random who she didn't know, then it might have been alright. But to tell her that I'm dating someone in the same office seems like a bad idea.
I still can't believe that you're going out with Jess. We began around the same time, but I've always thought that she was super good looking. I am so jealous of you.
Sorry about this, but she's mine.
Yeah, I know that, but I do want to find a girlfriend for myself soon, too.
What about Stella, then? You two would be a good fit.
Oh, don't joke like that. You know it's a no from me.
I know. I just wish you would calm down and leave me alone.
Hi, Henry. I'm going on a business trip upstate. Work is sending me there. Do you want to come with me?
Hey, Stella, what do you mean by that? How can I just come along?
Well, the company is sending me alone, but it's going to be lonely over there by myself, so I want you to come with me.
Oh, well, I don't really see how that will work out. I mean, I still have work.
You can just ask for time off with your paid leave and join me. You must still have some paid days left over, right? Once you get here, I will pay for the hotel from my own pocket, though, so you don't have to worry about that. So, how about it? You will join me, won't you?
No, sorry, my paid days off are important and I don't want to just waste them.
Waste them? Why do you need to put it like that? I'm asking you nicely to come with me. You have always been turning down my invites to get drinks after work as well. Since when did you become so unsociable?
Sorry about all of that, but I have a lot going on in my private life right now. I am very busy.
We're not talking about your private life. We're talking about work right now.
Sorry, I have to go. I have things I need to take care of.
Hold on a second. Answer the phone. I need to talk to you about this. I'm so sorry about yesterday, Henry. I let my emotions get the better of me and wasn't very professional with you.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. I've already forgotten about it.
That's not quite what I want to hear.
Wait, what?
Henry, you're already 27, aren't you?
Yes, I am, but what does my age have to do with anything?
How long are you planning on acting like such a child? You shouldn't be like this at your age.
I'm not really sure what you mean by that.
I'm really getting on in age as well, so if we don't hurry things up...
I really don't know what it is what you're getting at, but can we talk about this another time instead? I'm with some friends at the moment, so now is not a very good time for me.
No, just hold on a minute here.
Stella is just getting worse and worse now. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do anymore.
Really? What happened this time?
Yesterday, she tried to get me to come with her on a business trip upstate, and then earlier today, she was getting really close to just telling me how she felt about me in no uncertain terms.
What do you mean she asked you to come on a business trip with her? What does that even mean?
She is getting sent to go alone upstate, and she asked me to come with her. She thought that I would take the day off using my paid leave and come with her. And then she offered to pay for the hotel out of her own pocket as well.
Man, that really is pretty bad. She's coming on really strong.
Yeah, and then today she messaged me again to apologize, but before long she started getting dangerously close to confessing her feelings for me.
You've really got it tough right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, if she at least keeps it to herself, then I can just pretend like I don't know anything. But if she comes out and says things, then things will get even worse for me at work. And I was on a date with Jess when she messaged me. It really ruined my whole mood. I couldn't get out of my head afterwards.
Oh, just try not to think about it and ignore her if you can.
Yeah? Do you think that if I ignore her long enough, then she'll set her eyes onto someone else instead?
You can only hope and pray for that, but that would be the best outcome for you.
Jack, I have some big news to tell you.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm getting married to Jess. We're engaged.
Oh, wow, that really is great news.
I proposed to her today and she said yes.
Oh, congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you. But, this is pretty sudden, isn't it? You two haven't been together for that long.
It may be a little fast, but I'm sure that she's the one, so it's fine. And besides, she's pregnant as well.
Really? You must have been really going at it with her then.
Well, you know, we're dating, so...
I know, but I'm just really jealous of you. You're a lucky guy to have someone like her as your wife.
I know, right? I really want to brag about it to everyone, but I'll keep my mouth shut so I don't sound like I'm being rude.
So, now that she's pregnant, does that mean she'll be quitting work?
Maybe, eventually, yeah. But she still has got some projects that she's handling right now, and she said that she'll keep working until the pregnancy is further along.
Is she gonna apply for maternity leave afterwards?
As much as she can, yeah, but then she'll just quit and probably stay at home to look after our kid.
I see. So I guess she won't be coming in anymore after that.
Don't sound so disappointed.
It was nice to be able to look at her every now and then.
Come on, that's pretty creepy. Stop talking like that.
I'm only joking, relax. But now that you're getting married, does that mean that you're gonna announce it at work? Even if you try to keep it a secret, that's obviously gonna come out eventually. Stella will also find out about it.
I know, and I'm pretty anxious about it, to be honest. I hope she just accepts it quietly and doesn't make a scene in the office. I'm gonna tell her one-on-one, so at least she isn't caught by surprise when we tell everyone else.
Well, good luck with that one. I hope it goes well.
Hey, Stella, I hope you've been well. Sorry for not really replying to your messages these past few months.
You finally responded. It's about time.
Where are you at the moment? You're at work today, right? There's something that I need to tell you in person. Do you have some spare time to talk to me?
Wait a second. Is this finally going to happen? I'm so glad that I held on. I knew that it would finally pay off for me. My feelings have finally gone through. I knew this would happen eventually.
Stella, is everything okay? Can I tell you what I have to say?
Yes. Hurry up, I want to hear you say it.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You can tell me how you feel. Don't worry, I have prepared myself for this.
Okay, well then here I go. I'm getting married to Jess soon.
Yes, I understand and I accept. But straight to marriage, isn't that a little sudden? Wouldn't it be better to date at first? But I guess I'm already 46, so you're probably thinking of me there. In that case, it makes sense to speed things up a little. Thank you so much, Henry.
Stella, you seem to be mistaken. Please, read what I said carefully. The person I'm getting married to is not you. It's Jess.
Wait, what? You're going to get married to that little idiot? She can't even do her own job properly.
Please don't talk about her like that, especially in front of me. And she can do her job just fine. Although she's pregnant now, she'll be leaving the office soon enough.
Just hold on a second. Are you telling me the truth? Aren't I your girlfriend?
No, you're not, and never have been.
Yes, I have. How can you say that?
You admitted that yourself just before when you thought that we were jumping straight to marriage and skipping the dating part. If you really thought that we were together, then you wouldn't have said that.
I won't accept you being with another woman. And especially not some brat like Jess. What good do you see in her anyway? She can't bring anything to the table for you. You should really reconsider what you are doing. You should choose me instead.
I refuse.
Why?
I had been trying to ignore how you have been acting as best as I could. But now that you've insulted Jess to my face, I am not happy with it. I'd always considered your position at the company and tried to make sure that nothing got out of hand at work, so I hadn't really told anyone about the way that you've been acting towards me. But what you've been doing is getting close to sexual harassment.
What? How is that? It's not at all.
You always try to force me to go drinking with you, and then even wanted me to use my paid leave to accompany you on a business trip. Not only that, you often use your position to persuade me to agree and come along. That is quite the abuse of power. I even tried to let you down easy by telling you one-on-one about my engagement, but you took it the complete wrong way and thought that I was proposing to you. And I'm gonna be honest with you right now, but all of that has been incredibly uncomfortable and annoying to have to deal with constantly. You are 46 and my superior at work. I'm still only 27. Did you really think that something was going to happen between us? I never showed any interest at all. And to be honest, I'm not really interested in people older or younger than me. At least not by that many years. So I'm asking you to please just give it a rest and stop doing this. Is that alright with you? Stella, I asked you a question. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, you're gonna ignore me now? Okay, I understand. Hello, Stella. I have something I need to talk to you about.
What is it now?
What were you doing yesterday?
Why do I have to answer that question?
You won't answer me?
I was just working like any other normal day. Why do I have to explain that to you?
Because yesterday, all of the data on Jess's computer was totally erased. And the same for the USB that she left on her desk. It got reformatted and everything that was on it is gone. It caused a real problem.
See what I told you about her. She is completely useless and can't even stop herself from making simple errors like that. What an idiot. But it's still not too late for you to change your mind about her. You can call off the wedding with her and we can get together instead.
That will definitely not be happening. You do realize that there is CCTV in the office, don't you?
Wait, what?
Recently, a lot of things have been going missing from her desk. Initially, it was just small things that anyone could misplace. A pen here or a calculator there. But it began becoming more frequent, and then certain files and documents were also disappearing. Jess is not a forgetful person, so we both thought that it was really strange. So we asked to check the CCTV footage to see what was going on. That's why we know who was doing it. That's why we also know who deleted all of the data from her computer as well.
You can't film people without their permission. That's a breach of privacy.
I wasn't the one who set up the camera, and everyone knows that this office has CCTV. This is on you. I'm gonna talk to the boss about this tomorrow. I have all the proof that I need that it was you. It doesn't get much clearer than the video footage.
Wait, don't do that. It's going to get me in a lot of trouble.
You already caused a lot of trouble for Jess. Not only that, but losing all of that data has caused problems for the entire company and people working here. Luckily, most of it had been backed up or other people had copies of the files, but the same can't be said for the files on her USB. I'm not just gonna let this go. You need to take responsibility for your actions.
It's your fault for getting married.
What?
This is only happening because you decided to marry that girl. If you had chosen me instead, then I wouldn't have done anything at all. This is your fault, so you should be the one taking responsibility.
Nothing that you're saying makes any sense. You are completely delusional. I didn't do anything that might have made you think that we were ever a thing. You just made it all up in your head and are now taking it too far. You shouldn't even have a place at this company anymore.
Please stop. Just don't do that at the very least.
Well then, are you gonna give up?
I don't want to.
If you can't, then your whole life will be miserable from now on. Move on from something that you created in your head, please. After that, as I said I would, I put in a formal complaint to management about Stella and her behavior. With the video evidence of her wiping Jess's computer, there was nothing else but to fire her from her position immediately. I had hoped that if I just ignored her that she would give up and stop pestering me, but unfortunately it wasn't that simple. But at least now I don't have to worry about it anymore. Jess and I later got married and she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. In order to make sure that I can always provide for the two of them, I put my absolute all into work every day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hey Dad, it's me, Brooke. I just wanted to give you a heads up. I'll be leaving early today.
Hey, Brooke. Is that so? Well, that's probably for the best. I heard there's a big storm coming in a little bit later today. It's better to be safe than sorry. I'm glad you're able to leave early. As for me, they're just trying to decide whether to just give us the day off or make us come in and sleep in the offices.
What? Really? That's so strange. People actually sleep in the office where you work?
Yeah, of course. We do run 24 hours a day after all. We switch out every 7 hours or so. We hear the storm will be coming when there's a shift change here. So everyone is just kind of scrambling to figure out what the best thing to do would be for themselves. Oh, it's getting a bit crazy over here.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. I hope everyone can figure it out and stay safe. How about you, Dad? What did you end up deciding to do?
I think it would be best if I head out early, too. I'm thinking around 3 o'clock in the afternoon I'll try leaving.
Oh, that's great. If that's the case, it looks like you'll end up getting home a little before I do.
No, really? Oh, please be careful coming home, too.
Will do. What about Mom? Have you contacted her yet?
Yeah, well, I tried. I gave her a little call a while ago, but she didn't pick up, so I haven't had a chance to talk to her yet.
Really? How strange. The same thing happened for me too. I called her, but she didn't answer. You think she would be out shopping right now with a big storm on its way here?
Well, maybe. You never know when it comes to your mom. She sure does love to shop after all.
You're right. Okay, well, I'm going to grab some lunch with a friend and then I'll be heading home after that.
Sounds good. Enjoy. Oh, please be careful coming home, Brooke.
You got it. Don't worry about me, Dad. I'll see you at home in a little while. Dad! Dad, are you there? Please pick up. I need to talk to you. Come on, Dad, please. It's serious. Please pick up the phone. I need your help, Dad. Where are you? Dad, answer me, please. Pick up the phone.
What? Sorry, I wasn't near my phone. What's going on, Brooke? Is everything okay?
It's about our house. I just got home and it's really bad.
Our house? What do you mean? What's wrong with our house?
It's on fire. The house is on fire, Dad.
What the hell? What did you just say? The house is on fire?
I tried to reach out to Mom again, but I wasn't able to get hold of her again. I called the fire department, and they sent some firefighters right over, and they're trying to put out the fire right now. Please hurry up and come home. It looks really serious over here.
Understood. I'm on my way. Don't worry, Brooke. I'll be there soon. Becky, please answer the phone. Are you alright? Are you hurt? Please answer me. I'm worried sick. Come on, pick up, damn it! Where in the world could you be at a time like this?
Oh, Carl? Hey, sorry. I wasn't near my phone and didn't see you trying to reach me. What's up? Shouldn't you be in the middle of work right now? You shouldn't have time to goof around and talk to me. Don't tell me you skipped out on your shift today.
Now isn't the time for that. Where are you right now?
What? Me? What do you mean, where am I? What's going on with you, Carl? You're acting really strange. Well, I had the day off today, so I've just been home since this morning, just lounging around relaxing.
What? You're telling me you've been home since this morning?
What? Is there something difficult to understand about that or something? All I said was I've been home all morning, Carl. I was cooking a little bit and turned on the burners for a while.
You turned on the burners?
Yeah, you know, the stovetop. I was cooking up some food. What's the big deal? I figure I would make a nice meal for us as a family tonight. How does fried chicken sound? I hope you're looking forward to it.
Becky, there's something I need to tell you.
What? What is it, Carl? You know I don't like when you sound all serious like this. You're making me nervous.
Well, I'm stuck at the office working overtime again today. Because of the huge storm coming in, I won't be able to get back home until tomorrow morning at the earliest. They think it's the safest if everyone sleeps in the office tonight.
Oh no. Are you kidding me? That sounds awful. Well, it looks like tonight I will just be me and Brooke then, I guess.
Oh, well, not exactly. I spoke to Brooke already. She told me she's staying over at a friend's house tonight. Her friend lives close to their school, so they don't have to travel too far just in case of the storm.
What? Really? Because of the storm? I thought you would be coming back here early today. This is the first I'm hearing anything about her sleeping at a friend's house.
Yeah, it looks like it was kind of spur of the moment. Her and her friend were talking about how much fun a sleepover would be, and they just decided on it pretty quickly. She tried to reach out to you a couple of times, but couldn't get hold of you, so she just told me about this.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess that makes sense then, as long as you're aware of it at least. I just checked through some of my missed text messages. Looks like you're right about her sleeping at a friend's house tonight. Well, that's a shame. Looks like the three of us will all be sleeping in separate places tonight.
Yep, looks like that's the case, unfortunately. I'm gonna miss you two tonight. But looks like I need to head back to work now. Work is starting to pile up around here. It's been a really busy day.
I understand. Have an easy day. Don't work too hard.
Hey, Brooke. It's Dad again. How are you doing? Everything okay?
Hey, Dad. Yeah, I'm fine. I was able to get to Grandma's house before the storm hit. I'm fine. I was a little wound up when I got here, but Grandma gave me some of my favorite sweets. She always knows how to make me calm down a little bit.
Is that so? Good, I'm glad to hear you got there safe and sound. I'm really sorry to have to do this, but you'll have to stay over at your grandma's for a little while. I just got off the phone with your school a little while ago. Looks like you'll be off for a few days because of the storm.
Oh, really? No school for a few days? I understand. What about you, Dad? Where are you? Are you still at the office?
Yeah, I am still here, unfortunately. They've designated rooms that are used for employees to sleep, so I'm in one of those for now. I spoke with my boss, and he doesn't want anyone leaving until this nasty storm dies down. It's too dangerous for anyone to be outside in it right now.
Is that right? That's a shame, but I'm just happy to hear you're okay. But our house... The entire thing burned to the ground, Dad.
Yeah, I'm sure it was scary, but the most important thing is that you are alright.
I still haven't been able to get in touch with Mom. I'm starting to get a little worried.
Oh, I spoke to her for a little bit just a while ago.
What? Really? You actually got Mom to respond to you? Oh, what a relief. So is she okay? What did she say? Just where in the world is she at a time like this?
Well, that's where things get a bit confusing, Brooke. She told me she's at home right now, and she's been home all morning.
What? But that's just impossible, Dad. There's no way she could be there. Are you sure she said she's at the house right now?
To be honest, I really don't want to think too much about this situation. But I told her you will be spending the night at your classmate's house who lives close to your high school.
Oh, okay. I understand, Dad.
The most important thing right now is that you're safe and keep out of that storm. I'm sorry to have to bring up this situation with your mom. You've always been my rock, and I know I can always rely on you. It should really be the other way around, though, shouldn't it?
Don't worry so much about me. I'm fine, I promise. But to be honest, I have been noticing Mom acting a bit strange lately.
Really? What do you mean? Strange in what way?
Oh, come on, Dad. Are you telling me you haven't noticed anything off with Mom lately? You've already been looking into it, haven't you? I mean, with a detective and the detective agency?
Wow, Brooke. You know your dad so well. Well, yes, it's exactly as you said. I guess there is no use hiding it anymore. I was supposed to meet the detective today to get some information he found, but because of the impending storm, we had to push our meeting back a few days. To be honest, I've been racking my brain about what I'm going to say to you if the detective comes back with bad news regarding your mom.
I understand. I figured you were doing something like that, to be honest.
I'm so sorry I kept this from you, sweetheart. You know I would never keep a secret from you unless I thought it was for your own good.
I know that, Dad. Don't worry. I understand what you're doing. But, Dad, please don't do anything crazy, okay?
Of course. You know me. I would never do anything like that. Thank you for always having my back, Brooke. I really appreciate you more than you know.
Hey, Carl, it's me. Why aren't you answering your phone? Carl, come on, answer me already. What is going on? What is the meaning of this? Carl, please answer. This is serious. It's about the house. Our house. I don't know how to tell you this. Please, you need to answer right now.
Oh, Becky, hi. So, you finally decided to head back home, I see.
Well, Carl, what happened to the house? The house is gone? It's completely burned to the ground.
Yeah, sure did. The entire thing was destroyed in a fire, Becky. But thankfully, no one was hurt in it. It's just the house that burned down. Thanks to those crazy winds from the storm, none of the other houses in the neighborhood were affected by the fire. Just ours. Nothing was able to be salvaged from it either. Kind of ironic, isn't it? The storm that everyone is afraid of was actually what saved their houses from being affected by that fire.
What are you saying, Carl? Wait, hold on a second. You already knew all about this? That means when we were speaking yesterday, our house was already burned down?
That's right. You hit the nail on the head. It was burned down by the time me and you spoke to each other yesterday. Sorry about the house and all of your things being completely gone now. I probably should have mentioned it to you yesterday that all of your clothes, bags, and other things were all burned too.
Wait, what? What are you talking about, Carl? Who cares about that stuff at a time like this?
I mean, of course I am shocked that everything is burned down. But more importantly, where is Brooke? Is she okay? Please tell me she didn't get hurt.
Brooke is fine. She isn't hurt at all. No one got hurt in the fire. Like I said, it was just our house. Right now, she's at my mom's. I asked her to look after her for a little while. I think she'll be also commuting to school from there for a little while, too.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's a relief. I'm happy to hear our little girl is all right. What about you, Carl? Where are you right now? Are you still at the office?
Yeah, I sure am. I'm in one of those bedrooms at my office. I spent the night here. I decided until the storm calms down, I'll stay here to play things safe.
Oh, I understand. That's a good idea. That's my Carl. Always so smart and making good decisions. I guess I'll head over to your mother's then and help take care of Brooke. I want to thank her for helping us out at a time like this, too.
Absolutely not, Becky. Don't you dare go to my mom's house right now.
What in the world? Why can't I go to your mom's and see my daughter? My parents' house is too far away. I can't go there. Where else am I going to go?
Forget about that right now. Answer a question for me. Where were you until this morning?
What? What kind of question is that, Carl?
After the house was burned down, you told me that you were home all day cooking fried chicken on the stove, right?
Oh, that. Well, no, that's not exactly true.
Becky, you said that you were at the house.
Well, actually, the truth is, to be honest, I was actually at a friend's house. Yeah, that's it. I was just at a friend's house. You know how bad the storm was going to get? See, I was just at a friend's, so there isn't any problems or any reason you need to act suspicious toward me again, Carl.
Oh, stop lying, Becky. You were with Stan, weren't you? Your mom's friend's husband. Isn't that right?
What? Stan? Why would you think that?
Yesterday, Stan's wife was home alone. Stan claimed he had a wedding out of town, so he left his wife and child at home. But that wasn't the truth at all. It was just a cover. The truth is, the two of you went to a hotel together. You knew me or Brooke weren't going to be able to get home yesterday because of the storm. So it was a perfect day for you two to meet up at that hotel. You even got to extend your time there because of the storm keeping me and Brooke away from the house.
Wait a second, Carl. Hold on. How do you know any of this?
But the storm was stronger than anyone expected it to be. Even so, I still bit the bullet and I went home anyway, to make sure the family was okay. But when I got there, the entire house was burned to the ground. There was absolutely nothing left. I guess this was yesterday afternoon, mid to late afternoon. That ringing a bell? It should. That's when you were at the hotel with Stan.
No, Carl. You have this all wrong. This is all just one big misunderstanding. How in the world could you possibly know any of this?
You've been acting very strange lately. After a while, I decided it was time to hire someone to investigate. He was quickly able to figure out your pattern of doing things.
What? You hired a private investigator to look after me?
That's right. I hired someone from a detective agency to figure out what you've been doing behind our backs.
Carl, how could you? That's an invasion of my privacy.
Oh, cut it out, Becky. I don't need a cheater telling me anything about privacy.
But, Carl, you don't understand. Really, this whole thing is a misunderstanding. Surely we can work through it.
Becky, the information the detective found was also shared with Stan's wife.
What? Are you kidding me? Carl, what did you do?
That's not all. Your odd behavior lately was noticed by Brooke, too. Even she knew you were cheating on me.
What? Are you serious? Brooke knows all about this? You told her?
Absolutely not. I would never tell Brooke anything bad about her mother, but she's a sharp kid. I don't think it took too much for her to figure it out herself.
You are lying. You told her so you can make her hate me.
Think what you want, but another thing you should know is that if we get a divorce, she wants to go with me.
How dare you say such a thing? How can you make something up? Oh, forget it, Carl. I would never just give you full custody of Brooke. I would never just give her up like that.
Well, don't forget her age. Brooke is already 17 years old. Being 17, she's free to decide what parents she wants to be with. I don't think she wants to see you at all, Becky. Not after what you did to this family.
What? You're just speaking for her. There is no way she wouldn't want to see her mother.
You don't get it, Becky. You hurt Brooke more than you know. You left an emotional scar that's harder to heal than most. You are her mom and you betrayed our family. Not only that, but the house that she was born and raised in burnt down. All of her memories there completely burned with them. Her house and all of her things gone. Finding out her mother was cheating on her father with some guy in a hotel. You really think she wants to see the cause of all of this? All I can do as her father is put on a brave face, try to pick up the pieces of this shattered life and move on. But all you did was give our 17-year-old a hard life going forward.
Brooke, my Brooke. I never would hurt her on purpose. I never thought about what my actions would do to her.
You have done enough, Becky. You shattered our family and our daughter's heart. If you have any love for her at all, then think about her well-being for once. Do the right thing and never talk to us again. Just go on with your life and disappear from ours.
Carl, please. We can work this out. I don't want to lose my Brooke. She is my daughter. I love her more than anything. This is all Stan's fault. But about the fire, I just wanted a thrill. I thought playing around with the fire would be fun. You can understand that.
Are you a child? So you played with fire, met another man at a hotel, and now our house is completely burned down. You have no one to blame but yourself for all of this. All I can do is laugh at everything your stupidity has caused you.
It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. Please, you have to forgive me.
A few days later, Becky came to my mother's house in an attempt to see Brooke. But Brooke wasn't having it. She locked herself in a room and refused to show her face. She just kept shouting how much she hated her mother. After a while, Becky had no choice but to give up and leave. About the house, it turns out that the cause of the fire was from a cigarette that wasn't put out correctly. Of course, we ended up getting a divorce. Due to her infidelity, Becky had to pay quite a lot for reparations and damages. She also had to pay a lot for child support too now that Brooke was staying with me. Becky moved far away and began working in another town. She was lonely and lived by herself. She spent all her time trying to make money to pay me and Brooke. As for me and Brooke, my job was able to help us get another house for us to live in together. Of course, things aren't completely back to the way things were before the fire. But we're getting there. Me and my daughter will always be there for each other and always have each other's best interests at heart. Because of that, the two of us can get through anything together. Thanks for watching.